So I've been playing Pokemon Violet, and while I am having fun, it's hard to ignore the blatant graphical issues that permeate the entire experience. I thought I would share what I've seen. There will be some minor spoilers, but I won't get too deep into any of the specific plot stuff. Right out of the gates, I saw a few frames of models out of place or T-posing during the Fade 2 between cutscenes. It's quick and easily missed, but that shouldn't be a thing. The player's house is a bit rough, and checking out the TV leads to the camera sort of getting stuck, perhaps on part of the room's collision. Also, the camera move between the player and the opponent at the end of important battles just looks bad, which I guess is more subjective than objective. During wild Pokemon battles, which can initiate just about anywhere, it's fairly common to see the camera clip through the ground. Sometimes it's just for a moment, other times it'll persist for quite some time. Like plenty of other games, not just Pokemon games, faraway characters and objects will dynamically drop down to a lower frame rate as a way to be more efficient and have the game run smoother, but the game isn't very smooth, and it's extremely blatant in this game, happening with large objects like windmills that take up your whole screen, and students in a classroom, a scene that you have to go through as part of the story, and it's indoors, which means you shouldn't have anything else loaded, so why are they moving so slow? Also, this is more subjective, but I think a lot of the region's terrain just looks really bad. There's jagged lines and rough edges along with unflattering shadows, and obviously repeating patterns with little to no variation to mix it up. Also, it's kind of minor, but during open world combat, you can often see Pokemon and effects being obscured by the grass. Like with any terrain blocking the camera, a thatching kind of pattern is used to see through it, but that just doesn't look really good, at least in my opinion. During the normal type gym, the arena's floor is just not working correctly. Every Pokemon sits like a foot below where they should, so everyone's lower parts are just clipping through the ground. Related, I'm not sure if it's limited to the newly baked dog, Dash Bun, but that Pokemon for some reason often clips into the ground slightly, and at one point it looked like it was gonna fall right into the back rooms. Also, during this rival fight at this one city, I don't remember the name, the camera straight up clips through the ground. This is a standard fight with a predetermined character and camera positions. This shouldn't happen. I initiated a battle with a Pokemon floating at the edge of a river, and my Skeledirge took position within a wall along the river. I thought this was weird and, pun unintended, an edge case, but you can get some weird positions where your character is in between the two battling Pokemon. At one point for an entire battle, me and my living motorcycle were stuck underwater. While I wouldn't be surprised if there's more than one spot, I did find one point amongst the many lumpy mountains where this little bit of terrain just has no collision. Also, around the area with the fighting type Team Star base, I noticed that something about the terrain would seemingly appear and disappear when entering the move menu during battles, leading to the lighting turning on and off. Honestly, I have a lot more clips that I want to share than I want to spend time scripting for, so enjoy the short montage before the closing thoughts. All that said, these issues are more disappointing than frustrating because the game does have a number of solid qualities. I do like that it's properly open world, and you're able to go wherever you want, and you have 3 different story tracks to follow, so you're not forced to go through a predetermined path. There are a lot of cool character designs, and more than a few great tracks in the OST. It just sucks that any of the good qualities that I like are either surrounded, nearby, or completely overshadowed by poor optimization and a varied level of polish that goes from really, really bad to kind of good. While I'm not misguided enough to say, oh, well, you know, if they just update the game, it'll be amazing, because I don't think they're going to have everything ironed out with patches. But I do hope that the game gets some fixes at some point because it really needs it, and I think there could be a fun game here if it just didn't run so poorly. All that said, that's it for this quick video. Thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to my channel members for their support, and an island-sized thanks to Captain Crayfish for being a super fan. If you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like, maybe subscribe, and check out some of my other stuff. I have a few Pokemon videos, but I mainly do other stuff than Pokemon, so why not check that out? And that's about it. Bye-bye.